Dolphins fans, it's Will Scott. Welcome in to Dolphins Today, here previewing this matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Game is on Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, MetLife Stadium up in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Jets coming in 2-2, Fins coming in 3-1. The Jets somehow won against the Steelers last week. Kenny Pickett led the Steelers back. Jets were able to hang on. And then the Dolphins fell last week to the Bengals on Thursday Night Football, which was the first loss of the season for the Fins. So they come in 3-1. Jets are 2-2. I want to know, who do you got? You got the Jets or do you got the Fins? Type MIA for the Fins or type NYJ for the Jets. I understand the Dolphins are a little bit banged up, but I believe they're going to win this football game. I want to see MIA. Spam down there in the comments section. Go down, let me know who you got. As I mentioned, the Dolphins are very much banged up. Terron Armstead dealing with a toe injury. Cethan Carter with a concussion. Keion Crossen, what Mike McDaniel called a glute shoulder injury. Xavien Howard did not participate. And by the way, this is the updated practice report getting on Thursday. So X still out with the groin. Melvin Ingram, vet rest. So Melvin Ingram's not injured. He just had vet rest. But when you take a look here at the corner position, you only have 4 healthy corners right now. Byron Jones did not return. We were hoping that he would come off the PUP list this week. He was eligible to return. However, he's still out. Then you have Xavien Howard, who has not practiced this week with a groin injury. So both of his groins are banged up, evidently. Keion Crossen also questionable for Sunday. So Nick Needham, Kader Kohu, Noah Benogany, and Justin Bethel are the only healthy corners on your football team right now. That is a little bit alarming. Guys, we're going to be live for a Fins-Jets watch party on Sunday. You do not want to miss it. We have a lot of fun here during our watch parties. Go down, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications, because if you turn on your notifications, you're going to get an alert on your phone whenever we go live. It's the best way to know when we're live. Go turn on your notifications and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Moving on here with the rest of the injury report. Robert Jones did not participate again because of a back. Tua did not participate, back, ankle, and concussion. Wearing the Lays here on Dolphins Live in honor of Tua Tagovailoa. Jaylen Waddle dealing with a groin injury. He actually was upgraded to limited today, so he did not participate on Wednesday. However, on Thursday, as we're filming this, he did get upgraded to limited participants, so that's good. Jerome Baker, Brandon Jones also limited, as well as Zach Sealer with the hand. Tanner Conner with the knee injury was a full participant. I want to see Conner get more involved. Raekwon Davis, a full participant, as well as Trey Flowers. So that is the latest Dolphins injury report. We do have this that just came in, though. Tyreek Hill was added to the injury report with a quad injury. He was officially limited today. So Tyreek added to the injury report. Not great news, but at least he was limited and not out completely. So that's the one bright spot of this, I suppose, as we continue here. There's a lot of injured Dolphins. Greg Little dealing with a finger injury. He was a full participant. Hunter Long, a full participant, as well as Ced Wilson. Tyreek, limited, along with Salvon Ahmed. So that is the updated injury report. 19 Dolphins on that injury report. That is not good. I mean, look, here's my take on this. The Dolphins' injuries give the Jets a chance. I mean, if the Dolphins were fully healthy, if they had Tua Tagovailoa, I mean, this would be a blowout. I mean, it really would be. But the fact that you're on the road, going into a road game, facing a football team that comes in with some momentum after winning against Pittsburgh last week, and then you have all these injuries, the Jets have a chance. I don't think the Jets are going to win. However, they still have a chance to win this game because of the Dolphins' injury situation. Guys, go bet on the Fins, though, at chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Dolphins125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 in, you're going to get 125 additional cash to bet with. Great deal. Go and take advantage. Chatsports.com/bet. Fins are a 3.5-point favorite. So, again, Vegas disrespecting us. Take advantage of it. The total is at 44. I mean, honestly, if Teddy Bridgewater plays well and the Dolphins' offense is clicking, the Dolphins might score 44 points. So if you feel like the Dolphins' offense is going to roll in this one, go take the Fins to cover and go take the over. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Dolphins125 to get that 125% deposit bonus. Let's get into my keys to victory now. Number one key to victory, take care of the football. Teddy Bridgewater. Look, Teddy just doesn't need to do anything crazy. Just protect the football. Don't turn the ball over. I think the Dolphins are going to be just fine. He did play pretty well against the Bengals. I know you all have mixed opinions on Teddy, as do I. 14 of 23, 193 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for Teddy Bridgewater against Cincinnati. The interception in the fourth quarter proved to be costly. Do you have confidence in Teddy Bridgewater? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comment section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Do you have confidence in the new Dolphins starting quarterback, at least until Tua comes out? Number 2 key to victory, let the offense go to work. This kind of goes with what I just said earlier about Teddy doesn't need to do anything crazy. Teddy Bridgewater just needs to get the ball to Tyreek. I don't care if it's a slant. I don't care if it's a screen. Just needs to get the ball to Waddle on a curl route. Don't do anything crazy. Just let the offense go to work. If you're a backup quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater in this situation, you cannot force anything, right? You have the best offense in the league, arguably. Just let the offense do their thing, and the Dolphins are going to win this football game. Teddy Bridgewater does not need to be flashy at all. Number 3 is get the run game going. And I sound like a broken record because I say this every week, and week after week, they can't get the run game going. But when I look at Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds, I see the potential with them. And I think a breakout game is going to come. Mostert has 147 yards this season. Edmonds just 85 yards. Both those guys under 4 yards per carry. Meanwhile, we haven't seen anything from Myles Gaskin or Salvon Ahmed. I would love to see those guys get some carries this week. We'll see. But it's been the Mostert and Edmonds show, and unfortunately that show hasn't done much so far this season. But especially with Tua Tagovailoa out, you got to take pressure off Teddy Bridgewater and get this run game going. I want to see a Dolphin go for over 100 rushing yards this week. That might be unlikely, but I want to see it. Number 4 key, pressure Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is not a very good quarterback, right? Put some pressure on him, force him to make mistakes, because last year he threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. And in his debut, a season debut last week against Pittsburgh, again, he threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns. He only completed 50% of his passes, 252 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Somehow the Jets still won the game. They weren't playing a very good Pittsburgh team. But if you can force Wilson to make mistakes, which you have a very good defense, you should be able to do. You have a good pass rush. I want to see JP in there. I want to see some interceptions thrown by Zach Wilson, get some pressure on him, force him to make some mistakes. Guys, how many interceptions will Zach Wilson throw on Sunday? Go down in the comment section. Let me know how many INTs is Zach Wilson going to throw. 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. We'll see. Number 5 is to start hot, because that is something the Dolphins have failed to do in their last couple of games. It feels like every single game we've seen this year, they cannot get off to a good start. They had to come from behind against Baltimore. They had to kind of come from behind against Buffalo a little bit. But you look at the first quarter woes. They've been outscored 13-24 in the first quarter this season, even though they're a 3-1 football team. They haven't scored first in their last 3 games. And even in the Patriots game, the one game they did score first, the Pats were marching down the field. They were inside the 25-yard line. Luckily, Mac Jones ended up being Mac Jones and throwing a pick in the end zone. But you got to get off to a good start in the first quarter. The defense has not played well in the first half this season. A good start, I think, is crucial, because you don't want to give the Jets momentum at home early in this football game. Let's talk about my players to watch now in this one. Number 1 is Teddy Bridgewater. How is Bridgewater going to handle coming in and being the starting quarterback? He's been a starter in the league. In fact, he has a lot more starting experience than he does, QB2 experience. Was the starter in Carolina in 2020. Was the starter last season in Denver. So Teddy has that starting experience. That's what he brings to the table. But again, I don't think he needs to be flashy. Just do your job. Don't do anything crazy. He's a backup quarterback. Tyreek Hill, number 2 player to watch. He just got added to the injury report. He's limited. I still expect him to play. But he could go off against this Jets defense. That's really not very good. And Sauce Gardner actually talked about this matchup with Tyreek. Here's what the Jets' first-round pick said. I win against guys that are fast, like Jameson Williams of Alabama. He was fast. I ain't saying he's Tyreek Hill fast, but I got certain things I like to do. So I handle guys like that. That coming from Sauce Gardner talking about Tyreek Hill. Don't mess with Tyreek Hill, man. Sauce, I know you're first-round pick. You just entered the league. Tyreek Hill's arguably the best player on offense in the entire league, at least at the wide receiver position. Don't give Tyreek Hill bulletin board material. Before this game even started, you've made a pretty big mistake, my friend. Greg Lill's another player to watch, because he's been struggling the last 2 games. And in the first game that you replaced AJ, he actually looked decent. But get this, his PFF grade is not good. In fact, he ranks 69th out of 70 offensive tackles with a 36.6 PFF grade. He has been abysmal, at least from a PFF grade perspective. In fact, I think the PFF grade is being a little bit harsh on him. I think he's been better than that, but he still hasn't been good, and he really struggled against Cincinnati. He needs to step up this week. Jalen Phillips, another player to watch. He recorded his first sack against the Bengals. We're still waiting for this guy to kind of have a breakout game, but at least he did record that first sack last week, got that monkey off his back. He did set the Miami rookie sack record in 2021 with 8.5 sacks. I was expecting him to have a better season this season. We haven't seen that so far, but against that Jets offensive line, maybe he can put some pressure on Zach Wilson and have a big game. Kader Kohou, man, like I said the other day, thank goodness for Kader Kohou, the undrafted rookie out of Texas A&M Commerce, Division II Texas A&M Commerce, I might add. He's been phenomenal. Top 10 cornerback by PFF and highest graded rookie defender. I'm predicting Kader Kohou to get his first career NFL interception against Zach Wilson. I'll say that again. I'm predicting this week Kader Kohou to get his first career NFL interception against Zach Wilson, the Jets. I can't wait to see it. I think Kohou gets a pick. Would you say Darth Kader, as his producer Jeremy Chug said. Guys, go down in the comment section, predict the score. What do you think the score of this game against the Jets is going to be? Go down, predict it. I want to hear you down in the comments.